You gotta motivate.
Get up and keep going.
Celebrate.
This life you've been holding.
Demonstrate
your love and devotion.
And everybody get up and get up. It's time to get it moving, y'all. Step up your game. You gotta motivate.
Get up and keep going.
Celebrate.
This life you've been holding.
Demonstrate
your love and devotion.
And everybody get up and get up. Motivate.
Get up and keep moving.
Celebrate.
This life is no illusion.
Demonstrate
the skills you've been using.
And everybody get up and get up.
And welcome back to yet another review by Zombill. In today's review, we're going to take a look at some juice that came all the way from the Philippines. That's right, I'm getting back to my foreign reviews, peeps. I got a ton more foreign reviews coming up. Had to take some time out and come back to the US for a little bit, but now we're back to the foreign reviews. So this one comes to us by way of E-Liquids, and they're from the Philippines. Now, unfortunately, they don't have a website. Not right now, anyways. Maybe in the future they will. But I'm going to have some information at the end of the video on how you can go and get some E-Liquid, because there are two vendors here in the United States that carry Eve's juice. Before it starts, I must point out I did receive these free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review, but my opinion of the product will remain true, honest, and accurate as always. It's very, very professional, very elegant too. And it basically just has the Eve logo on it, and then it'll have the name of the E-Liquid, and in the white spot, that's where they write in what the nic strength is. Now, all the ones that Eve sent to me are all 6 milligram. However, I do know that you can get them in various nic strengths, which I'll put right down here or somewhere on here. So this is cocoa cookie butter. So I have it loaded up in my KTS mod, which has got my IGO-T on it, and it's dual microcoiled, 2.4, 0.5 ohm, somewhere around there. So let's have a vape. You know, when you first take in hit on this, it's very, to me, it tastes similar to a cookie dough. That has like coconut in it. And on the exhale, I'm getting like cocoa and just a touch of what seems to be like butter. It's really good, and I'm gonna give the flavor profile on this. I give it a 7 out of 10. Now, is it all day vape worthy? It's a bit strong for it to be all day vape worthy, but you know, I could go probably a good 3 or 4 hours vaping this pretty steadily before I'd have to change up to something else. Now, as far as the throat hit goes, throat hit is like a mild, and that means it's a 6 out of 10, which for me is perfect, because I don't like to have a whole lot of throat hit when I'm vaping, especially, you know, when I'm sub-ohming. Now, vapor production, I give it a 9 out of 10 because there's plenty of vapor and it's very consistent. Up next, we have roasted RY4. Now, I've had some RY4 vapes in my review career, because I've been doing these reviews now for almost 2 years. I have it loaded up in my 3D dripper, and It's on my D's 18500 version 3. And I've got this, got the coil in this to about, I think it's about a 0.7, 0.8, somewhere around there. Now, roasted RY4 is, yeah, it's definitely a tobacco vape. I can taste tobacco in it, but tobacco's not the predominant flavor here. No, no, no. This has got like a roast nutty taste and caramel to it too. So that's, I guess, the reason why they're calling it roasted RY4. So, ching, ching, ching. This is definitely an all-day vape. And I scored this one an 8 out of 10. Very enjoyable for the flavor profile. And throat hit, I'm going to give this one, because it's got tobacco in it, I'm going to have to give this one a 7 out of 10. So it's a little bit above mild, but it's still okay. And vape production, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10 for consistency and plenty of it. Now this next one is called Caramel Glazed Donut. I have never, in the whole time I've been reviewing, come across a flavor like this, quite like this. So this is definitely unique. And I have that loaded up in my Pyro, which I have dual microcoiled to about 0.5 ohms on my Stingray X. Now this is definitely a really good vape for what it is. It's I get that sweet doughy pastry of like a donut, very similar to, not quite a donut, but it's really close. And I get that caramel in there. That caramel is what makes me want to keep going back to this. Matter of fact, I need to touch it up a little bit. But for the flavor profile on this, I gotta give it this one I gotta give an 8 out of 10. This is really, really good. Throat hit's gonna be about a mild again, so about 6 out of 10. And vapor production, well, let's just give that one more go, shall we? Definitely a 9 out of 10 for vapor production. Plenty of it, very consistent. Let's see if we can clear up here. It's vanilla custard. Now, anybody that knows me is going to tell you, well, what's Zombill's weaknesses? Well, Zombill has weakness for menthol type vapes and custards. Custards is like Zombill's kryptonite, or you could say it's Zombill's bullet to the head, because it kills me every time. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean that in a good way, because I have vaped so many custards now from all across the world, and this one is just as good, if not better. But I have that loaded up in my Dreadnought, which I have single microcoiled to, this is about 0.3 ohms. Not sure if I need to reload this or not. Let me check real quick. Nope, it's good and saturated. Alright. Now, what makes this custard different than other custards I've had? Well, let me tell you. When it comes to custard vapes, there's a couple things that I look at. I look at how clean the juice looks, which it's very translucent. I look at how dark it gets after it's steeped for about a few weeks. That can usually tell me one or two things about how dark it gets. Whether certain things are in it or certain things aren't in it. And this, I do want to say, is that word, diethol. It's that big thing that everybody's concerned about. I don't think there's any of that in this, because it's been my experience that the darker the juice becomes on a custard, that's usually an indication that it's got that in it somewhere. It's like some sort of a sweetener, I think. But it's used in a lot of custard vapes. So a lot of companies are starting to go without that. And I've come across some that are clear and some that are just like a golden yellow. And that's about as dark as they get, which to me that indicates that they're a top-notch company and they know what they're doing. So I can honestly say that this vanilla custard is one of those. Now, somebody just kill me if I'm wrong about this, but you know, as long as I've been reviewing, I think I know a little something about this. But neither here nor there, the flavor profile on this vanilla custard, you know, it's a custard. I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. And for the throat hit, I give that a mild, which is a 6 out of 10. And the vapor production, well, that gets a 9 out of 10 as well, for consistency and plenty of it. So there you have it, my peeps. That's 4 from Eve E-Liquids, and they're based out of the Philippines. But like I told you in the beginning of the video, I'm going to shoot you their Facebook link, which will be right up here and it'll be down in the description box. And on that Facebook page, they have a button, or a spot at the top, where it says resellers. Go to that, and no matter where you are in the world, if Eve has a location in your country, it'll be listed there. Now, I've seen price ranges go from $8 United States on up to 200 PHP, which I think that's a Filipino mark. But neither here nor there. Big thanks goes out to Eve herself for sending these to me. You've got a great company there in the Philippines. Keep it up. Send out some more flavors to some places here in the United States. This juice needs to get out there. And I seriously hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe to my YouTube. And as always, my peeps and peepettes, happy vaping.